My tips and use of YouTube. Today, I want to talk a little bit about my use of YouTube, how important I think it is, and give you some tips. So let's get started. What is YouTube? Well, there are three words that come to mind. There's YouTube, which is, of course, the free service that we all use. There's YouTube Premium. What is YouTube Premium? YouTube is supported by ads. And so YouTube Premium is $10 a month, and that removes the ads out of the YouTube videos. So if you want ad-free videos, then it is a paid service. I have that service. I spend most of my life in YouTube, so I enjoy that. I enjoy that service. Now there's YouTube TV. YouTube TV is a subscription service. We're not going to talk about YouTube TV. I think it's an excellent service, but that is not the talk today. Today the talk is about YouTube. So let's get started. Where do you find YouTube? Well, YouTube, of course, is on your desktop. It's on your mobile phone, and it's on your tablet. But most important, YouTube should be on your television. It is an app on your television. If you have a Roku device, if you have a Chromecast or a Fire TV, the apps will be really easy to find and see. If you have a smart TV without those devices, then you'll have to look in your menu system to find the YouTube app, but it will be there. All smart TVs have YouTube as an app on them, so you can access YouTube from your television. Now my day starts in the morning. I get up pretty early, around 5 o'clock, and I go out into the kitchen and I turn on the TV, and I like to watch the CBC Evening News, which was taped from the night before. This, of course, is on YouTube. You're going to say to me, well, why didn't you PVR it off the television and use it that way? Well, then there are a lot of ads on television, and so I'd have to fast forward through all the ads. So I use, I like to watch the CBC Evening News in the morning when I get up. Now, the next, after the kitchen duties occur, then I like a little quiet time, usually between 6 and 8. I sit in my chair and I usually go over, check important email. I subscribe to over 330 different channels on YouTube, so I like to see what people have created. So I spend a lot of time looking over different YouTube videos that people have created. These could be technical, or cooking, or whatever I'm interested in. And then, of course, I look at the News Wire service for any technology issues that or articles that have come up. And that's how I spend my mornings. Then it's off to the office I go. That's where I'm sitting today. This is on the main floor of our home, and that's a picture of my office. I'm very busy in the morning. There's Zooming, phone calls, there's updating my calendar, presentations, there's planning the Tech for Seniors show, there's editing lots of websites, and also looking at many of the presentations that I've been developing. All of these features, all of these services that I'm involved with involve YouTube. So I'm on YouTube all morning. Then lunch comes, and I have lunch with Gail. Now they go back upstairs, and we have a nice lunch together. And usually we like to laugh. And I don't want to watch the news all day. That can be very depressing. But you know, on YouTube there are a lot of funny shows. There's All in the Family, Hogan's Heroes, The Jeffersons, The Dean Martin Show, The Carol Burnett Show. Lots of funny shows to make us laugh. So I have a good laugh at lunch. That's so important. Then it's back to the office around 1 o'clock, and I spend my time doing presentations. I edit my presentations, create new ones. I have about 25 active presentations that I'm constantly reevaluating and changing. And again, these are all on YouTube, so I spend my afternoon in YouTube as well. Usually about 2:30, I'm sort of computered out, so usually at that time I'm off for a walk or doing some gardening or some other stuff around the house. But I have to be back around 4 o'clock. If it's my turn to cook that night, then that's my cooking time as I start around 4 o'clock. Now, if you're interested in cooking, I can tell you that there are an unlimited number of recipes on YouTube. It's incredible. Anything you want to cook, you just say it, and there's somebody that's got lots of recipes on that. So it's a wealth of knowledge if you're into cooking. Cooking techniques are explained. Gordon Ramsay has a channel on there who's talking. There's Jamie Oliver. Two of my favorite channels are The Hungry Hussy. He's an interesting guy who does cooking on a Blackstone grill. Very popular, big following, and I always like to watch his cooking show. And then there's Sam the Cooking Guy. He's an interesting fella. He's a Canadian that lives in San Diego and has a restaurant, and he's got over 1 million subscribers now, and he produces daily shows on cooking tips. And it's interesting to see how well he's done, particularly in the COVID times. And as I prepare dinner, I often turn on a show, but again, it's a YouTube show. This was the Michael Daniels show, and this was Chris Gould from Geeks on Tour talking, and she was talking about the Pixel phone and the upcoming charges that that Google Photos is going to have, and how the Pixel phone you'll have free uploads with the Pixel phone, and that prompted the email that I sent out to everyone last week. So usually I'm preparing dinner. Again, I have a YouTube channel on, and I'm listening to some various show. But again, it's on YouTube. So how do we get started? How do you get started on YouTube? Well, you go to YouTube, right? And this is sort of what you would be the first homepage. This is your homepage on YouTube. Now you'll see some videos here on the page, and these are videos that YouTube thinks you might like. Now the more you go, the more they understand what you like. On the left hand side you'll see home, you'll see trending, subscriptions, originals, library, history. We'll go through some of those a little bit later, but this is sort of your home page. So you're going to go and you're going to be looking at some videos which you might find interesting. Now, once you find a video that you're interested in, what you're going to do is you're going to save it, so you can come back to it again and watch it again. So I'm going to show you how to bookmark it. I'm going to show you how to save it to a playlist or a folder, or I'm going to show you how to share it now. Okay, so let's look at how we might do this. So this is a video called 23 Ways Seniors Need Alexa. So we're going to come up, and if you look at the top here, you'll see there's a URL associated with that. This is a website. So each video has its own website. So we're going to come over and to the right side here, and we're just going to bookmark it. So there we go. We just clicked on the little star, and we're going to click done, and now we have it bookmarked. So let's look at our bookmark menu. We're going to come down. This is the bookmark that we just created. Now this is, we're going to save this to a playlist or a folder. So we can, you'll wonder, what the heck is a playlist? Well, we'll call it a folder. But so we're going to come over here and we're going to hit save. And we're going to hit watch later. One of the things that I would encourage you to do, this is a default folder that you have. And I would encourage you, if you're looking at videos, you'll really want to save it to a watch later folder. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So here we are. We're going to make up a new folder called Seniors Info. And we're going to now come down, and we can make it public so everyone can see it. Anyone can see and search, or we're going to make it unlisted, so you have to have the link to be able to see it, or it's going to be private and only you can see it. So let's go ahead and create this. We'll hit the create button. And now we've created that. So let's go back to our save button here, and you'll see that it's now saved to under watch later, and it's also saved in the folder, or what we'll call that a playlist in the menu. One of the interesting things is as you move around through the menus in YouTube, and you'll see lots of interesting videos, I would encourage you to save it to the watch later button there, because YouTube constantly changes these videos, and if you come back and try to find a video that you might have been interested in looking at, it's gone and it's been replaced by another one, and you'll never find it again. So if I have an interesting video that I want, I'll always click and put it in the watch later playlist or folder. We'll talk about that in a minute. Now, let's talk about home screen saving. All right, so we're back at our home screen, and let's come along, and these are the various videos that you have, and let's look at this one about Instapot here. So we can say, okay, let's have a look at this. This is by Six Sisters. They do a lot of work with Instapot. So you see the little 3-dot menu there. Click this, and now you can add it to the queue. So if you want to queue a bunch of videos up to watch, that's great. You can save it to the watch later. Remember, we talked about that. Or we can save it to a playlist. So we have 3 options that we can do right with the video when we're watching it. All right, let's talk about playlists. This is our home page again, and these are some of the, there's the library, the history. As we come down, these are what we call playlists. So let's go to Seniors Info, which we made. We're going to click on this, and I've added a few more videos here. So within our folder, or we can call it a playlist, there are a number of videos that I've added. So with that playlist or folder, there are a number of videos, and you can see this is I've now made this a public playlist, so everyone can see all our videos that we want. So how are we going to send this or transfer this to someone else? Well, if you look at top there, you'll see that the playlist is just a URL, right? So we're going to come along and we're going to save this, and we'll just click save again. Remember, we saved the video before, but now we're saving the playlist. So now if we come down at the bottom, we will see this is the playlist that we saved, and I'm going to drag it up to the bookmark bar, and there we have the playlist. So if we come over and we open another window, then of course it goes away, but when we click on that playlist, it comes up again. And guess what's over here? If we come along the bookmark bar on the left-hand side here, we'll come over in a minute here, come on over to the left. What's TFS? It's Tech for Seniors. Yes, we have a playlist, and that has all the videos of Tech for Seniors on there, and that's a quick way that I look at all our videos. You'll find the playlist URL in all our newsletters. It's on our website. So all you have to do is put that in and save it as a bookmark, and you will have all the Tech for Seniors videos available for you. Now, suppose you wanted to send an email to someone with the seniors info that we just had. Well, we could send the playlist, we could send a specific video URL, or we could send a link. Let's see how to do this. All right, so let's go to, we're at home now, and you're going to see this again. This is the playlist, right? And this is the URL, and this is the playlist with our 3 videos in it. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy this. Right click and copy, and we're going to put it into an email, and it's going to say send the playlist, and we just put the link there. That's the link to the playlist, and that will send the list for those 3 videos. Okay, but let's suppose we just wanted to send this one video, 23 ways seniors needed. Well, when we click on that video, this is the video playing. If we come down, we'll see this is the 23 ways seniors need Alexa. Let's go up to the URL again. This is the URL for that video. So let's just copy it. We'll take this and we'll copy it over. And we're going to copy it. And we're going to paste that and we're going to send, this is the URL just for that specific video. And we can now paste that and send that. But we can also send a specific unique video link. If we come back to the movie and let's look down here and you see this little button called share. If we click on share, this gives us a unique Google identification that can be moved into any of those above. We'll hit the select and copy and paste.
Here's what I found on the web.
Shorter than that. It's a short and abbreviated version for you. All right, let me show you a little trick. Let's say we wanted to send 23 ways seniors need A. So if I come down and we click the insert button and we're going to insert a link and this pops up, let's come over and take our URL from the video. We're going to copy this. We're then going to paste it into that link and we're going to hit OK. And now you don't have to put that in there. It's a clickable link. You just click on that and that's going to take you right to that video. Pretty cool, eh? That's neat. You'll see that being done on websites, and certainly I send that out in a lot of our newsletters. You just click the link. Now here we are back at the our video. I always think it's nice if you enjoy the video, you should click on the like button. That's important because that helps with the ranking and the search for YouTube videos. And also you can subscribe. So what does it mean when you subscribe? Well, it means that in your subscription menu that I showed you before, you will get any new videos that are produced by this individual will be in your subscriptions folder. So that's pretty cool. So you can keep, it's a way of keeping there. You'll see come down here and you'll see home, you'll see the trending, but this is the subscriptions. So if you click this, these are the subscriptions that you have subscribed to. And as I said, I've done over 330 subscriptions. So these are all the videos and people who produce content that I'm interested in. And you can also, Tech for Seniors has their own YouTube channel. You can certainly subscribe to that as well. Now, when you watch a video, I'd like you to look at this. This is episode 35 of Tech for Seniors. You should always look at the Show More button at the bottom. You'll see the information about the video, but when you click on that, you'll see that another box opens up and you can see the Show More. And this is all these are links, these are time chapter links to specific points in the video. And you can just click on that and it will take you right to the point in the video that you want. A lot of YouTube creators use these and it makes it very easy, and all Tech for Seniors have this in the Show More section, and that will take you right to the specific part of the video that you want to see. I hope you've enjoyed this video on YouTube. The power of YouTube is incredible.
I want to convert. I'm Hewie Poplock. I want to convert something from one thing to another, and I want to know how to do that. Well, recently on a Tech for Seniors show, I wanted to convert some money. So let's say I want to convert $999 Canadian to US dollars. It's $768.96 currently as of today. And so a lot of times conversions can be done right in Google. But sometimes they can't. For another article that I did for Tech for Seniors, I want to talk about download speeds as compared to back in the days when we had modems to today. And so when I did a search on that, I came across a website which gave me the conversions, have a 20 megabyte picture or file, and how long would it take? Well, with a 1200 baud modem, it would take 38, almost 39 hours to download that. As modems got faster, 9600 baud modems, it would have taken almost 5 hours. And once we got to about a 56K modem, we could have done it in about 50 minutes, 50 minutes. And in today's speed, we're talking about seconds to download that same file. So I was able to find out that very quickly. But what if I want to convert some other things? Well, when I discovered this website with the download speed, I realized the website was called converteverything.com. Well, that indicates to me that it converts a lot more. So let's take a look at what we can convert. When we say show all by alphabet, there is a long list of things that we can convert. We're going to go back and look at a couple of those in just a few seconds, but you can also do it by categories, units of measure, specialized units of measure, food and cooking. You can do it by units of measure. You can do it by math and calculators, and then anything for fun and some game tools. But we want to go back to the show all by alphabet to make it a little bit easier for us. And the first item we're going to look at is going to be teaspoons to ounces. So it's cooking volume. So we want to know, we have 6, let's call it tablespoons and not teaspoons. Let's say tablespoons in US to ounces US, and we tell it to convert, and it's 6 tablespoons would equal 3 ounces. And we could put in, again, whatever we wanted. Let's try another one. Let's this time talk about dog years. And we find dog years here. And let's say our age is 43. And calculate in dog years, that would be 7.5 or 7.5 years in dog years. But if you want to figure out how old your dog is in human years, let's put in, say, your dog is 10 years, and we tell it to calculate, your dog's age would be approximately 53 in human years. And it does tell you that the formula used is 10.5 dog years per human year for the first 2 years, and then 4 years per human year for each year thereafter. Let's try another. Let's do HTML colors. You sometimes are working in a program that you're doing some graphic work and you want to know, you need to pick a color for something. You can find out what color it is or pick and choose from here. Let's say we want a bright green. We know that that's going to be 00FF00, and it's going to look like this. If we try a different color, let's just take this color, and that's going to be 660033. So you can figure out what color you want and then put that color in to your graphics program. One final one, let's take a look at the length of something. And let's say we want the length, all units. And what we're going to say is we have 39 inches. And we need to know, and we want to change that from inches. Again, US International. And how many feet would 39 inches be? So we're going to come down here to feet, and we're going to find feet, international US, and convert. 39 inches would be 3¼ feet. 39 inches would be 3¼ feet. So now you can convert almost anything by going to converteverything.com. I'm Hewie Poplock. I'm Hewie Poplock. This is a Stream Deck. The Elgato Stream Deck is a small, customizable keypad primarily targeted at gamers who stream live content. I'm not a gamer, but it occurred to me that the Stream Deck might also be a useful tool in my daily work, cutting down on mouse clicks, keyboard shortcuts, and speeding up my workflow. There are 15 LCD keys poised to launch unlimited actions, eliminate the need to map and memorize keyboard shortcuts. One touch tactile operation lets you switch scenes, launch media, adjust audio, and more, while visual feedback confirms your every command. Traditionally, this level of control was exclusive to mainstream entertainment broadcasters. Now it's at your fingertips. Elgato Game Capture, OBS, Twitch, Twitter, TP Stream, XSplit, YouTube, Zoom, and more. Stream Deck integrates your tools and automatically detects your scenes, media, and audio sources, enabling you to control them with a quick tap of a key. Automated alerts make life easier. Use Stream Deck to level up your on-screen antics with GIFs, images, videos, and audio clips. While you're at it, apply lower thirds and bookend your contents with signature intro and outro graphics. Your options are endless, so explore and experiment. Customizing Stream Deck is effortless. Simply drag and drop actions onto keys and make them your own with custom icons. Need more actions? Turn keys into folders to amass and access as many actions as you want. Better yet, save unique key configurations as dedicated profiles for different games and apps. Switch between them on the fly and share them with your fellow creators. Gone are the days of navigating myriad windows to trigger an action and then relying solely on automated plugins to expand your production value. Now you're in control. Here's my setup. You see my Stream Deck sitting in front of one of my screens, all lit up. It is lighted. A little closer view, just so you see it and see it lit up. I'm going to give you some better screenshots here in just a moment. Here it is again. And here it is in my hand, so you get an idea of the size. Here is what I call my home screen, or the default screen. These are a couple items that I use the most, and then other ones are pages of other icons. When I click on the one it said graphics, I get this screen. And when I click on more graphics in the lower right, I get this screen. Notice I have a home button in the top left of each of these. That always gets me back to my default screen. Switch takes me to the next menu. And there are lots of menus, and I'm going to show you mine in just a moment. Here's another one of my pages where I can quickly get to people. Notice I have put my own icons in, and I'm going to show you very quickly how that's done. Here's another page that I have. And this is my Zoom set of buttons where I can turn the video on and off, mute. I can go to gallery view or speaker view just by pushing a button. I don't have to be moving the mouse around. I can switch the camera to a different camera. I can record to the cloud or locally. I can share and unshare, pause the screen during sharing. I can go to controls, chat, and participants. Here is what my Stream Deck software looks like when you're on a page or on a set of icons, what they call a profile. You'll see on the right, I can add or change to various topics. This one happens to be showing all of the Stream Deck items. And up closer, you can see down on the bottom, I have an icon, and where the title goes and the apps, you put a link to whatever the app is, if it's an app. And so when you push that button, it opens the app. Here are the various profiles that I have. And if I switch to any one of those, that's what I'm going to see in the software, and I can make changes to any of the pages. Again, here is my graphics page. On the right-hand side, it showed all of the things under Stream Deck that I can do. I can create a folder, switch profile, do a multi-action switch. I can have a random action, I can have a timer set, I can change the brightness, and I can have my Stream Deck go to sleep. Also, down where the icons are, I can set from a file, I can create a new icon, and I can reset back to the default. Where the title is, I can show the title either at the bottom, in the middle, or the top. I can have multiple lines. I can have it tell me which, I can put on there which of the profiles I want it to be on, what size I want it to be, whether I want it to be bold or underlined, and then what color. I can even change the color. So you'll see in some of them it's green, others it's black, others it's white. So depending upon what the icon is, I can change so I can read what the item is. On the right, I have all of the Stream Deck items, as I talked about earlier. But I can also go down to System, and I can add either a website, a hotkey switch, or just a hotkey. And open means to open a program. Text is to put text on the screen, and the multimedia is to start some kind of a video or an audio file. Now, this is one model of Stream Deck, has 6 keys. The one I have is the 15 key. And there's also a 32 key. The key features, all of the keys are customizable. In the case of mine, I have 15 keys. Each one is customizable with its own LCD screen. There are a total of 210 actions available by using folders. The macros can be assigned to each key. Different profiles and key sets can be created for different applications. The power of the Stream Deck is that each of the keys contain an individual LCD screen behind a concave plastic window. The Stream Deck's fascia is aluminum while the body is plastic, and it's 4.6 by 3.3 by 0.8 inches, and it connects via captive USB cable. Included in the box is a lightweight plastic stand which allows Stream Deck to sit at multiple angles, and it includes rubber feet on the bottom to stop it from sliding across your desk when you push a button. Out of the box, the Stream Deck does nothing. So the first step is to download the Stream Deck software from Elgato's website, which allows you to completely tailor each key. It's already loaded with several shortcuts for popular streaming software like Twitch, OBS, YouTube, and so on. And these can just be mapped to the keys on the device. But I hear you cry, 15 buttons is not enough. Well, in that case, you can actually use one of the buttons to access up to 14 more subpages of buttons, each with another 14 buttons on them. One is reserved for going back a page. In this case, you can see the appeal of screens providing labels and icons representing their function. I certainly couldn't remember what each one did without them. Here are the three models. The 6 key sells for about $129. The 15 key is $149. The 32 key is $269. You can get these either at Elgato's website, Amazon, and there are other places online that you can purchase. So that's what a Stream Deck is. Again, I'm Hewie Poplock.